So guys, our Syndicate here back with another video. This one reviewing the Class 3. It's an overview of my Class 3. So, real quick, I got a little bit overzealous and started throwing a whole bunch of parts on it recently and did a whole bunch of changes. So, traditionally, it's a standard SCX 10.2 with dig on it. That's it. Running it, that's all I decided to go and do with this one. But while we were waiting on parts, and when you have time, you start throwing parts at it. Now she's sitting on Capra axles. So I have Capra axles front and rear on this thing, and I don't know how it's going to do, but we're going to go ahead and take it out to our course that we have set up, run it, and let's see what we got. This is I can really tell you, such a big change going from a 3-link to a panhard. Now we're on a 4-link. And it's not entirely done as far as modifying so much that I can't go back, but we'll see. We'll see how this setup works. We'll see if I like it. I've seen a lot of people do this particular setup, but a lot of people go back to standard axles, and I am a traditional standard axle guy, so we'll see if it all works out. Again, just pinned on just as much as I could possibly do without modifying it so bad. And it's different. It's completely different. We'll see. But let's go and hit the rocks and see what we got. Alright guys, we're starting off with course number 1, gate 1. And you can see between gate 1 and gate 2 is actually a significant distance away. But with the Capra axles, the gear reduction is so massive off my 3-gear transmission that I've lost like all speed. So basically that was completely maxed out right there. So knowing that right off the bat, I knew I was going to have some trouble going through some of these gates, as in required some speed in some of these. So knowing that already, I knew I was going to be up for a hell of a challenge. So here I'm coming between gate 3, and you can see where I'm just having issues going through the gate where I just feel like the truck is pushing itself over. Where the standard axles, I was definitely going a lot more straight through these gates, and going down through 4, not having a big problem. But you can see here as I'm coming up trying to get to gate 5, a lot of torque twist, and I noticed that going to this 4-link I had a lot of torque twist. Now that's counterintuitive. That 4-link should take a lot of this torque twist out, but with the setup that I have currently, this is just literally unbolt the axles from the Capra and slap them on the Class 3. Definitely we got some setup issues going through there, but you'll see here I'm actually going to be coming down, and it's about 25 degrees or so underneath this bridge, so I'm having a lot of issues with the truck pushing through the tires. And you'll see down here as I'm coming through, the truck just pushing itself off. It's not even wanting to stay out of course. Again, completely different from what we had with just a standard SCX 10.2 axles. Now here we're trying to get to gate 7, and you can see here like the diff just getting hung up, and I don't know if it was so much that because I'm trying to watch myself record or what, but I needed to turn on the driver mod because these courses were just kicking my butt the entire time. So here I'm repositioning myself to get to gate 7, and here simply just going up and over. Typically I would have just used my dig to kind of get around, but again I can't hit all the buttons and record at the same time yet. So this is just simply up and over, and this one was why I really saw that, man, we're having issues with temperature because these tires are just not gripping. And the only reason why it was able to walk up and over is because of the clearance of those portals. So that's up through 7 here. I'm trying to get through gate 8, and that's simple enough, just a simple up and over. But you can see here I rolled it. Like, the stability of the truck has changed so much, and it just drives so different. So either I'm gonna have to throw these straight axles back in, or really just kind of learn how to drive these things with these portals, because like I said, it was just a completely different truck, and so far not really in the good way. So here we got a simple descent down from gate 8 cruising over to gate 9, and between 8 and 9 you can typically full throttle it to cover that distance because these are timed courses. But that's just not the case. So I don't even try to gun it. Gate 9 is relatively narrow, so it does trip up a lot of class 3 rather rigs because of their 4.75 tires. So I end up catching the gate with my left tire, end up clearing it with my right tire, but my rear tire. But it just, at that point, of course, the gate's dead, and try to traverse over these rocks. Now I thought for sure I wasn't gonna get hung up, but clearly you can see where I get that rear diff hung up. And I think that's one of the big disadvantages that I've seen so far, is because my stance is so wide. When I think I can clear with just having enough distance with the portals, I can't, because my tires are so far apart that I end up, catching and getting hung up on the center diff on this particular setup.
Okay, so it hit the rocks and kind of at a loss of words, because it did well, but I'm not gonna lie, compared to the standard axle setup, it didn't do as well as I thought it was going to do. I thought for sure with the portals that it was going to change quite a bit. I can tell you though, she is a lot slower. I really didn't take into account how much reduction the portals were going to add with a traditional 3 gear, but from these portals and to the Capra, the speed was still there. From these portals into this particular rig, it is slow. And that's one of the big problems I had, is with it being so slow, is doing a bump over the obstacles. I definitely didn't have that anymore. And it's just so different. I mean, it just drives so different. So I don't know if this is going to be the complete setup. I have the original axles still there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to throw those back in. Actually, just got some new links for it, so we're going to help clear up some of this overhang that I'm catching here. We are waiting on a G-Speed chassis, so this thing will be getting a G-Speed chassis very, very soon. Just waiting on it. Actually should have been delivered, but due to some mail situations, it's not here. But it's going to be going. This particular chassis is going to be getting that set up from G-Speed. So again, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make the change back, but we're going to go ahead and give it the old college try. We're going to run with these Capra axles, front and rear, and truly see if this is going to be the final setup, more or less, for 2022. We'll see. Appreciate you guys taking time to watch this video. If it's something you guys enjoy, I appreciate a like on that. If you guys want to continue to follow the series, and hit that subscribe button. I'll bring the videos as often as I possibly can, hopefully once a week. But if you guys enjoy it, hopefully see you back here for another video. Till then, see you later. Peace.